Hey guys, Abner Miranda here. If you are by yourself and you want to be you want to have your feet held to the fire, get out your pack timer. This thing is humbling because it doesn't lie. It is very exacting in what it does. The drill that I've got laid out here is the Handgun Combatives box drill. I honestly can't remember what the size of the targets is that Dave Spalding uses. I actually shoot it with 6-inch targets because I want to make sure that I really focus as much as I can. This is an absolute backbreaker of a drill because, especially from the 8-yard mark, you're like, no problem, I can hit it. Yeah, well, guess what? When you get back here to the 15, and by the time you get to back here, you've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you get to 5 and 6, man, you are like, your vision's tunneling in. So, enough talking, let's run it. The part time is 20 seconds. One shot at each station. And the way it begins, and actually I failed to mention, it actually begins here at the 15. And what Dave tells you is, you can begin at the 15, and if you can take your shot and hit from the 15 on your way in to the 8, here, if you've already hit it from back there, transfer from there to there and go to the second position. There's no point in going here and then jumping laterally when you've already hit position number 1. So some guys hit it from back here, some guys don't. Honestly, I've learned not to press my luck because I'm trying to train for the real world, and because I have to worry about people downrange, I will always work to move as close to the bad guy as I can before I loose a bullet in his direction. So this begins with the weapon out. .40 seconds. Shot number 1. Started back here, ran to over there. 3.96. Next position, 3.56. Next position, 3.55. So that's 1, 2, 3. 5.93, and I can't remember. I think I started missing here. Shot 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 4.06. Yeah, because I did miss here because the split is 2.15 for the next one. And then I think that was a hit, 172. No, I'm sorry, there was a miss here too. Maybe they were all there, I don't remember. Anyways, just goes to show you the reason I can't remember. Well, here, let me just tell you. 8 was 2.06, 9 was 2.0, 10 was 5.41. Wow, okay. Obviously, when I'm reviewing the video, I'm going to have the full story. What did I tell you before I ran this? Back here, I'm going to start missing. I've done this enough. I know myself under stress enough. I've dealt with enough adrenaline that I know what I do under stress, and that's the key to this. That's the key to tools like this. They keep you humble, they keep you honest, and they teach you who you are under stress. So, challenge targets are these 6-inch plates that I was using. One of the things that I really like about this Handgun Combatives box drill is that it's not testing your mag changing abilities. It's not testing a lot of the things that people would think are important. It's actually testing really 2 things: your transfer times, as in your ability to move efficiently, and your ability to find your sights and get your shot off. So I wanted to show you guys the hits. Hit. So we got hit, hit, edge hit. That's more consistent for me as a lefty, because as lefties we tend to do this to guns, whereas righties tend to do this to guns. So that's more consistent for a lefty. Honestly, that's a little confusing, but that actually shows that it was a consistent trigger pull. Then I've got that one between the bolts, and then this one here, that was actually an edge. It glanced off the edge of the plate. That one, I'm betting, was probably number 1, dead center, and then this was, I guess, the last one, from the 6th position. All right, now I'm going to run the same drill again with the GS17 to show you guys the difference. The one thing that I've always known about myself is that my transfer times, as Dave Spalding calls them, transfer times, my times are not as good as those of a guy who would be like 5'7", which I guess would be about right here. I have far more height, and I also have far more mass. It makes my run inefficient. Great example is Tom Cruise. If you look at Tom Cruise, 5'7", that dude can shuffle. Why? Because he's shorter. He is trained on how to run properly. Dave Spalding, you watch that dude, 60-something years old, that guy can move. Why? Because he's a runner. That's what he did in college. I've always known that my transfer times have been my problem, which is why I have to focus on accuracy. And flat out will tell you, it has been a long time since I've run this drill, and I ran the drill cold for you guys, which is why I had so many misses. I choose to give you guys reality rather than come out here and run the drill for 20 or 30 minutes and like have every single step perfectly taken care of and then run the cameras and I'm like, yeah, so you need to work on your accuracy. Guys, that's not who I am. It's who I used to be, but it's not who I am anymore. Boom! Just made it. Just made it. 20 seconds. That's the last one. 6 o'clock. That's the last one. Okay. All right, that's cool. 20 seconds. All right. Let's review. Shot 1, 1.49 from position 1. Instead of let me catch my breath. Watch, guys, I'm going to show you something. For those of you that like to go, you're such a fat ass, let me show you something. I do a lot of lifting and cardio. Watch. Okay. For those of you who understand physical fitness, chime in on the comments because you understand what you just watched. Guys, I'm under control again. Elevated breathing is just what happens when you do this kind of thing. I do enough physical exercise, I do enough cardio, I do enough weightlifting that my cardiovascular system is infinitely healthier now than when I was a teenager, because I was really obese when I was a teenager. Shot number 1 was from back there, 1.49. Number 2 was in the middle. The split was 4.07, and that was at 5.56. Shot number 3 split was 3.14, and that was at time index 8.70. Number 4 was split of 4.55. Let me shut this off. 4.55, and that was at time index 13.25. Shot number 5 was a split of 3.49 at 16.74 time index, and shot number 6 was a split of 3.19 at time index 19.93, so just under the wire of 20 seconds. All because I was shooting with a shoulder-fired weapon versus a handgun, and a handgun, even though the GS17 is nothing but a handgun, it is a shoulder-fired weapon, and there's your proof right there. Same exact drill, same exact time of day, It's 86 degrees out here. The humidity is fairly high, which is why I've got sweat running down my face. And the shoulder-fired weapon made all the difference. Everything you need to do to survive a gunfight is in this drill right here. If there's only one drill that you're going to do, make it this drill right here. Because it is not done at a walking pace. It's done at a full-on run pace. And you notice when I got to that position and I ran that way, did I do the whole reverse running thing? Nope. I basically turned and I ran. You better get accustomed to running with a handgun, with a rifle, with whatever. You have to get accustomed to running safely with those weapons. There's a school of thought that basically goes like this. People are going to get muzzled in a gunfight. They're certainly going to get muzzled by the bad guy. And they're going to get muzzled by you as the good guy. If you have done your due diligence and trained to appropriately and responsibly run with a firearm, whether it's this or this, and honestly this is easier, if you're running responsibly with a firearm, there should be no chance of you popping a shot off and hitting somebody, which is why you will consistently see me running index finger high. I've got a video on this. I'll see if I can tag it to this video for you guys. Index finger high. I've been doing it for a long time. And there is a school of thought, and I agree with it. There is a school of thought that says that when you run with a weapon, the flinch effect takes these 4 fingers. Let me put the safety on. The flinch effect takes these 4 fingers, and by the way, medically speaking, thumb and index finger are actually inextricably tied to one another. They are very difficult to separate biomechanically, if you will, one from the other, which is why if you squeeze your index finger, you can't really see it, guys, but my thumb is going like this. It's very difficult to isolate index finger from thumb, which is why, by the way, I'll say this, which is why the whole, well, you're going to lose fine motor skills in a gunfight is such dookie. Guys, this is a fine motor skill. If I can isolate this from this, this is a fine motor skill. So anyways, the school of thought is, under the flinch effect, these 4 fingers not only want to contract, they also want to come together and then contract. Basically, we want to do this under flinch effect. Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? It's that fight or flight thing. Well, that is why whenever I run with a firearm, index finger, if you can do it, guys, obviously if your hands are not big enough, then you can't do this, but index finger gets hooked high on the slide, whether it be the GS-17 or whether it be my handgun. Index finger gets hooked high on the slide so that when I experience a flinch effect, whether it be because I fall, whether it be because something else happens over here and now I've got to swing and react to it, I'm not going to go like this and sympathetically yank that trigger while I'm coming down and swinging past you or your loved one. So index finger high. You'll see it as I'm running these drills. You'll see it in every video. That's easily 3 years old. I started doing that quite a while back. So I think that's it. That's what I've got for you guys. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.